All right, it's Crystal from Honest Birth Talk. I wanted to talk to you about breastfeeding twins. All right, it's totally possible. You do not have to just fret and give up right away, despite what people around you and their best intentions may tell you that you don't have enough milk and there's no way to breastfeed twins. Trust me, there is a way. You just have to be committed. You are going to go on an adventure and you're going to be learning how to breastfeed, and so are they. And likely they're going to be preemies. And if they are preemies, they're going to have a little bit harder time latching in the beginning. But do not give up. It is totally possible to breastfeed twins. All right, so this is my experience breastfeeding twins. Here's what you need. No schedule. Throw away a schedule. It will drive you crazy and you will have a milk supply that suffers from it and probably cranky babies. I tried to have a very strict schedule in the beginning and I wrote everything down, and this baby was on this breast, this baby was on that breast, it was for this long. And then I said things like, oh my gosh, we can't eat now because they can't be hungry. Babies nurse for more than just nutrition. They nurse for comfort. They nurse to bond. They also nurse so that you can make more milk. So even though they may not be getting a lot in the beginning, it's how your body is going to know how much milk to produce and what the demand is. It is supply and demand. It is that simple. The more they nurse, the more your body knows that there's 2 babies to feed and we need to ramp up milk supply. So throw away the schedule. Next, have water bottles. You've probably read this. It's important. Drink lots and lots of water, especially when you're nursing twins. Also, eat nutritious food. I don't care if you're vegan or if you eat paleo. Just eat, and eat enough that you are not hungry and that you can have enough extra for those calories that are being burned with breastfeeding. And also, make yourself comfortable. Here's the deal. You do not want to bring your body to baby. The reason why is because your back is going to hurt. You want to bring babies to breast. That leads me to my next thing. There are boppy pillows and breast friend pillows and all these different things. Choose what works for you. There's a breastfeeding pillow for twins. I had one and it was great, but I did not like tandem breastfeeding, so feeding them at the same time. This is another thing to just let go of. You do not have to feed them both at the same time. And the reason being is it can be difficult. It can be frustrating, especially in those early days. Now, when my twins got older and they were sitting up, we had a great routine where I sat in front of the TV, watched some Netflix, and they sat up and faced me, and one was on each side. That works great. But in the beginning, when you're both learning, I suggest figuring out what hold, football hold, crossbody, which one works best for what baby, and what breast do they like to nurse on. They will have their favorites, I promise. Another tip is if they're having some difficulty, I highly recommend finding a pediatric chiropractor. As 2 babies squished in the womb, they're going to have little things about their necks and backs that probably bothers them. My son only liked nursing on one side, and it was because his neck hurt on the other side. So that's another great tip. So the thing about breastfeeding twins is to just give yourself lots of grace and realize that your primary job is going to be nursing those babies. And the more that you keep them close to you, you either co-sleep in a safe way. I'm not advocating for co-sleeping. If it's not your thing, it worked for us. And again, there are safe co-sleeping ways. So that babies are close and your body knows to keep up with that milk supply and the oxytocin is released in your brain. So those are my breastfeeding tips. If you want more information, you can follow us or find us over on honestbirthtalk.com or leave something in the comments and Michaela or myself will jump back on. Again, it's Crystal from Honest Birth Talk.